There we go. Okay. Anyways, I'll look for that later. I'm going to do a little bit of makeup, and I wanted to discuss. Let me go live here. 1 second. Live. Get ready with me. Get ready with... Well, I'm not getting ready. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to put some makeup on. Okay. This is like my legit handbag. My fingers are red from the hot Cheetos. Okay, let me put this down. Alright. Oh, that's not going to work. Hold on. Let me do it this way. Bear with me. I'm both on TikTok and YouTube. So I'm trying to adjust the cameras on both. I think that's the best that I got right there. Okay. So I wanted to talk about horror movies. Now, I've been a horror fan ever since I was 4 years old. And the first horror movie I remember clearly watching from beginning to end and loving it all was Nightmare on Elm Street. Obviously, the original one with Johnny Depp. How can I... Hold on. Pause for a cause. Much better. There it goes. I hope the audio is well. The video, audio. Check 1, check 2. So yes. So horror movie. My favorite horror movie at 4 years old was Nightmare on Elm Street. The original Nightmare on Elm Street. And I can say that opened the portal because I loved horror movies after that. I loved it. I loved watching all of it. So I remember when I was a little bit older, when I fell in love with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was in 5th grade. Now, my grandfather, he lived in the same apartments I lived in, just for a little bit. I met my grandfather when I was 6 years old. He was in prison when I was born, and he got released when I was 6. And, you know, he was a drug addict, he was a criminal, he was an alcoholic, but he was the best goddamn person, one of my best friends. Hello, thank you, that I had. And he cleaned up. He cleaned up a little bit for some time. He had this girlfriend. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, help you. What happened? Are you stuck on the shitter? I'm on YouTube and TikTok, so. And my fingers are red because I was eating hot Cheetos. Yes. Hello, welcome. Okay, so anywho, so my grandfather had this girlfriend. So he was doing really well. He was working. He had this girlfriend, and she was a female officer in a prison, and she was a truck driver. Oh, I think she was a guard, a prison guard, and then she became a trucker. She was a badass woman. I added like lime juice and tahini, so it was a good time. It was a time. So, you know, he had this girlfriend, and she was beautiful. I just remember she had like these really big fake implants, and she was very tall, and my grandpa was so short. And it was kind of like they were opposite, you know, he was a criminal, she was a guard. And so I was hanging out one day at his house, and she had came over, and she brought this movie for me because she heard that I love scary movies, and her son actually I think was the one who gave it to her to give to me. And so I popped in the VHS tape, and so I don't understand what's going on there. what's anyways, so I thought they were gonna watch it with me. So yeah, so I'm at it was like probably like 2 in the afternoon. It was a Sunday or Saturday, and I was in the house. It was no, it was summertime, so it must have been any day. And I was in my grandpa's house, and there was a bar next door, and so they went to go to the bar. They said they were going to go to the liquor store. They're like, we're going to go to the liquor store and get some snacks, but start the movie. So I played the movie. They didn't go to the liquor store. They went to the bar. And I watched that all by myself. I remember I put it on, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1972, and I sat right there, watched the whole thing, and I was like, that's it. That was it for me. They come back after the movie's over, and I was like, you guys, and of course they were buzzing it, and I just remember I'm like, that was amazing, and so I fell in love with it, and I remember her son, for my birthday, he gave me this DVD, Rawhead Rex. Now, for those horror fans out there, if you don't know Rawhead Rex, oh my God, that is one of like the B movies of the B movies. It was amazing though, because I don't know where he's at. I don't know where she's at. My grandfather had died 16 years ago. He overdosed. He didn't have that apartment for a long time, and they broken up. So it was a long time. I was in fifth grade. I'm 33 right now, so do the math on that. But yeah, and I have like a five. I have different categories for different horror movies. I like all types of horror movies, but there's some that I like more than others. Now, I'm not so much in the space horror, but there is some good sci-fi horror movies out there. But yeah, so that was a little horror talk there.
Yes, dear. Goodbye. I'll see you later tonight.
I don't understand what's going on. But anywho, so that was that. And then I think when I was in third grade, I think I was Ghostface for Halloween. And I remember this mom, she seen me without the mask. She's like, oh my God, I thought you were some ugly little boy under the mask. And I'm like, rude. Like, Bride of Chucky was one of my favorites too. I had that movie on repeat. They had to hide the movie from me, and what I did, I just act out the whole movie in my living room. I'm like, you don't want me to watch it? Well, then I'm just gonna word for word. And I did it. I remember that. I was 8 years old, and word for word, I just recited the whole fucking movie in my living room. I'm like, you don't want me to watch it? All right. And then, yeah, I just always loved horror. And then I started writing and like creating my own. I mean, I didn't really know how to write back then, so I would draw and then create a story from what I drew. So that's how I started. Then I got a video camera for Christmas one year. Oh my gosh. I was really into House of a Thousand Corpses when I was about 6th, 7th grade. And I wanted to make home movies, but I wanted to make it like crazy, like smut horror movies. I'm like, I want to have my own horror movie one day. I want to be, noticed for one of my stories. So that's how like I got all started with the horror and horror world, and it just gotten bigger and better over the years as I grew older, and it was fun, and it still is fun making like horror content. I like to write horror stories, and for instance, on YouTube and the YouTube channel, I share some of these, some of my work, some of my projects on YouTube, and they're kind of crazy. They're kind of very amateur, very raw. It is fun creating, making all of that. And it's not for everyone, and I don't expect it for everyone. It's just for me. And if I ever get that chance to create something big, like a movie or even whatever, I just, that would be a fucking dream come true for sure. Or like even to like meet or talk to a few of my favorite directors or actors or anything in the horror world. I know it's people out there will either love my artwork or not. I consider it art. I consider it all art. From my writing, from my poems, from my little videos, my little edits. Some of it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Like, it's hard, to be understood as an artist. It's easy to be misunderstood, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to do my lip liner. And that's pretty much all I do with my eyes. I just put that little shimmer stick on it, on my eyes. I don't know where it went. This little shimmer stick. And then I have this same one on Poshmark. If you want to purchase this exact same one, it is available, brand new available on Poshmark. So anywho, yeah, so I created this YouTube channel solely to share my experience as a model, amateur model, along with an amateur artist. Amateur everything. I did not go to school. I did not go to film school. I did not do any of that. So yeah, that's how I started to become like a YouTuber in a way. I'm not a YouTuber. I wouldn't say I'm a YouTuber, but uploading videos onto YouTube. And then as well on my Instagram, I have a lot of things. I have been a performer. I did performances to like Slipknot, a lot of old blues, classic rock. I was a dancer for 12 years. So I've kind of been in the world of creating and expressing and performing, entertaining, and I love it. And it's something I can see myself still doing. I mean, I still want to create. I still want to express. I'm not so much like doing any shows or any performances, but maybe in the future I will do so. Everything right now is just I'm on cam, YouTube, TikTok. And I do have multiple platforms. So I have TikTok, I have an Instagram, I have 2 Instagrams, and then I have 2 YouTube channels. One's a backup YouTube channel, and then the other one here, this is just my all-in-one creator YouTube. And it's fun to have other people come and like give you feedback, or have a little input in and like how do you see it, like what do you like about it, what comments, questions, concerns. I'm here to answer any questions. I'm here to receive questions, and I will give you answers, or we may not have answers to some of the questions, and it's all right. So let's see here, lip liner, and I love to do lip liner sometimes and just gloss, which I'm probably just gonna do. Well, I don't have gloss right now. I'm gonna do a plum rose lipstick, and I realize that's plum rose. I always end up getting that color, and I don't ever realize it. But either I go with like the dark red, the horror red, or like the soft plum rose lipstick. But I always start off with a lip liner, and this is like needs to be sharpened, but I don't have a sharpener, or I can't find it at least. So all right, here we are, lip liner. And I'm doing it on my phone. I'm not doing it in front of a mirror. So all right, here we go. And I like a dark liner, and I still can't feel my lip, like the nerves are shot. If you notice, there's a scar. Ring, ring. It looks so lopsided. Okay, and then with that, we're gonna apply the plum rose. And you see, it's like, it matches well together. See? There we go. And then that's all I do for makeup. I do a little shimmer on the eyes. a dark lip liner and like a plum rose or red. If I do red lipstick, if I'm not trying to do a cherry cola red, then I just no lip liner, no nothing. I just like a plum rose. I like a little dark lip liner. I wear makeup every once in a while, not an everyday thing. Usually when I have time and like, you know, motivation to do so, I will. I will slap on some makeup. Let me put you light right here. There we are. Hello. This is on my Android, so the quality of the camera is not as good, not as well as the iPhone. I do need to update both phones though. So that's that. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe and I hope you follow all of that jazz. So what is your favorite scary movie? That's like the typical. Oh, here's the lip gloss. Sometimes lip liner and lip gloss are all you need. But anywho, yeah, what is your favorite scary movie? You can comment. You can comment a movie quote from like one of your favorite horror movies. Let's see if I can guess it. I'm wearing the heart-shaped earrings. Heart-shaped box, heart-shaped earrings. All right. Here we are. And this is just my cozy Monday evening look. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have any plans. The only thing, or the only place I will be going is probably a grocery store. It is Monday. It's raining. I want to watch horror movies. I want to listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. So when I go out to drive to the store, you know, I have the windows rolled down a little bit, the cold, sprinkling, fresh air, and I got a podcast on, true crime podcast. And then I get home, watch a scary movie, watch a scary show, and I would like to have YouTube Live, but it seems like there's copyright issues when I have movies playing. I don't own any rights. I don't have any rights to any movies, so there's nothing I can do about that. I don't know how to change that. Maybe I can try to mirror the image, either mirror the image or have like background music to drown out the original like audio for the movie. If you have any recommendations on how I can go live without, you know, getting into copyright battles with anything, like let me know, enlighten me, please do so. hello, welcome. How is everyone doing this evening? Well, it's evening for me. Well, actually, it's 444. We got spirit numbers. Spirit fingers and spirit numbers. Thank you all for joining my stream. That's all I wanted to do, like my little makeup, and then like explain how I got into horror and a little bit of my horror background. I just thought that would have been a fun thing to share with everyone. And if anyone has or wants any movie recommendations, let's talk movie recommendations. What kind of horror do you like? Do you like the 80s horror? Do you like the 70s horror? Do you like the 90s horror? Do you like the early 2000s horror? Every decade they have a different type of vibe when it comes to horror movies. I know in the 80s they were just so done. The 70s and the 80s they were kind of trying to avoid the previous decade of horror movies. They're like, you know, that's how the killer dolls came into being in the 80s, because everyone was upset how the 70s horror movies played out, because controversial bullshit about, you know, something. I mean, that's a whole nother video. I can get into that in a whole nother video. But right now, just horror movies. Any recommendations, or do you want a recommendation? Do you want me to watch a horror movie and review it? Like, we can do something fun where you recommend a movie and I watch it and I will hop back on here and then I'll discuss it. I don't know. Just seeing what will stick here. Again, I'm on YouTube and I'm on TikTok. So hello, welcome. Thank you for joining my stream here. I just got ready. Like I said, I have no plans. I'm not going anywhere, not planning to go anywhere, but it is a quiet Monday evening, a little sprinkle, maybe a drive to the grocery store or whatever. I do want to get some munchies and watch a movie later. And you have to have the good munchies for a good show or a good movie. That just makes it top tier. But, okay, so it looks like there's not much going on here, not much action, so I'm going to head up and log off, and then I'll come back on later. Maybe I'll have a horror movie to watch with all of you guys. All right, guys, have a good evening, and good night, good day, whatever it is. Talk to you later.